like doing is moderating your questions to this marvelous cast of people whose wit and intelligence you will soon appreciate even more than you already do. That's pretty good. Okay. Does that endear me to you already?
Go with Brown Labour Bill, thank you.
What did you say? On stage, let alone the questions. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to get questions from the audience, and the cast will answer in various ways and forms. I must remind the cast, those of you who think you can answer the question more readily, please pick up the cudgels and beat somebody over the head, okay? Otherwise, I will assign the question as, like, in a fair way or something. So, first question, where are the microphones of people asking questions? Are they right over there? Do I hear hands? Or are there people scurrying around with microphones? None of the above. So, we're on our own. Isn't there a method of dealing with questions, folks? All right, so... what did he say that was so funny? Did you? We're in New York, we can yell. Nobody say Uber or anything like that. All right, so first question, hand up right here. And that question right there. In a New York voice, please. And ask it in a New York second, because it was delayed.
I can't hear you. Oh, you didn't ask it yet.
All right, this is a disembodied voice. They need a mic. There's no mic out there? So far, it's chaotic. I wonder if management would scurry faster if we said, we're going to give you your money back. Watch them produce a microphone so quickly, it will knock your socks off, and I'd like to see your socks off. While you're organizing the questions, why don't we hear from the cast about what you're doing right now, where the audience might be.
Hello, New York. Here we are. Great to be here. All right, who's watching The Walking Dead?
Yeah!
We've been waiting a long time. I'm not telling you jack. You're going to tune in Sunday night in front of that television with a nice plate of grilled meat. And watch that thing. I want numbers. I need numbers. Okay? Sunday night. Please don't eat Rick. What kind of question is that? Please don't eat Rick. You should be ashamed of yourself. This is a family entertainment, for God's sake. I don't eat Rick. Okay, anyway, The Walking Dead, Sunday night, the premiere, season 5. Season 6?
Yes.
Really?
You've been picked up for season 6.
Wow, man. That's exciting. You can pay the rent. So then, Ray Donovan. Ray Donovan. Who's watching Ray Donovan? Thank you very much. Brent Spiner and I got to share a little season this year.
It's not the first
Back on
season.
No, it's not the first season.
Well, what exactly is season and euphemism for?
Fill in the blank. Anyway, Ray Donovan. So that's what I've been up to, and
John Delancey, what are you up to?
I did a movie in May called The Grand Master, which is coming out, I guess, probably in the next 3 or 4 months. I then did a long sailing trip from essentially Tahiti back to the United States, which was quite an adventure. And I have just begun working on a project. I'm very concerned about the encroachment of religion into science education. Program, a series of programs that will just get the facts out, just, you know, the world was not created 6,000 years ago, so just getting those simple things out. Okay.
Was it? I have a movie, I think October the 18th on Sci-Fi, a horror movie, which means I won't be watching it. Called Finders Keepers. I have a movie coming out in the UK in February called A Dark Reflection, which is about how the airlines are poisoning us in the cabins. Yeah, I know we don't. But we need to know that. So, bad toilet. No, not the bad airplane food. No. And then, actually today or yesterday, a movie that I'm involved with kicked off on Kickstarter. It's called The Fifth Passenger. And then, of course, occasionally I show up on NCIS as the Mossad director.
I'm just in the middle. I won't tell you what I do, but I'm just in the middle of shooting Ted 2. All the guys.
All the guys, yeah.
All the guys. So it will be finished in about another month or so, and that'll be out next year. This
Okay.
Sir Stewart.
Shatner. I too would say hello New York, except that when we finish here, I shall be going home to Brooklyn. Isn't that interesting? Be cool, live in Brooklyn. Okay, I am getting on a plane Monday morning to fly to Portland, Oregon to start work on a movie called Green Room. And in March, a film I made nearly 2 years ago called Match is being released. And very shortly after that, another film I did this year called Stuck. I only do films that have one word in it. And that's my story.
Hi, New York. I lived here for so many years. It is just so great to be back here, and it is really, truly making me want to just come back here and, do really. It's such a great I just finished a film called Matricide, and I play a nurse with a wooden leg. And I have been developing new theatrical work with a lot of writers. I've been artistic director at Ensemble Studio Theater in Los Angeles. We built a 3-theater space. We have been doing very progressive, edgy work with writers from all over the world, and I've been directing there and loving it. I will be doing some acting coming up this year, but that's really taken a lot of time, and I happen to love theater. It is my first love, so that's what I've been doing.
Matricide. Is that about the bottom side of the mattress?
It is. There is a mattress involved.
Well, I'm excited to say that I'll be doing the next Kubrick film. And
Oh, great. All right. I'm done with my agent right now. Anyway, after that, I'm working for Alfred Hitchcock in his next picture. All right, could you guys excuse me? I need my ball. I'm not doing anything. I'm here.
I love you. Love you too. Anybody watching Perception? Yes? A few of you? Waiting to see whether or not we get a season 4 pickup. It would be nice. I could really use a gig. $4 million. Importing it to the web, developing our product for classrooms, for in-school use, and then we'll be going to all the devices that kids use these days, wherever kids consume their content, on mobile devices, on Android, on set-top boxes, gaming consoles, every child, everywhere. That's our focus.
October 23rd on the Do It Yourself Network, half-hour series beginning October 23rd. Now, have we got the question thing straightened out here?
Yes.
Same thing.
We have the question.
Okay,
yes,
give us a question.
Hi, good evening. This is actually my first time seeing the...
Put that microphone right close to your mouth.
Can you hear me now?
Inhale.
This is my first time seeing the track cast in person, actually. So, my question is, does anyone know where the idea came for the captain to be Frank?
Does anybody know where what?
Say that again? Yeah, why is the captain
what you must do is correct what you just did by speaking louder. If you speak at the same tone, we can't hear it again. You know?
How did y'all come up with the idea of the captain being from France?
She wants to be French. Why the captain was French? Why the captain? Oh, I'm going to answer this. I know. Right. You mean Sir Old Baldy over there? He was supposed to be French. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Right. Exactly. My point exactly. Job, they said, oh, you got the job, you got to do an accent, you see. And I said, okay, where do you want the accent to come from? And they said, Badershead. So, I was so grateful for the job, I didn't like to say, excuse me, why the hell am I doing an accent? He's supposed to be French. Except that, I don't know if you know anything about European history, but we hate the French. Everyone hates the French, really, don't they? I'm going to tell my favourite joke, which my cast all hate, and they tell me every time I tell it not to tell this joke anymore, but I could care less. So, what's the first thing that French kids learn in school? How to say I surrender in 5 languages. I always wondered why we wanted to be joined up to them. But then when you look at Star Trek history, by the 24th century, there are no more French-speaking people left in France. The English have used the channel to infiltrate and take over.
Wait a minute. You adore the French because you were in Paris last night? What does that mean?
That's reason enough, tell me.
I was in Paris yesterday.
I know, but what were you adoring?
Almost everything that I experienced about being in Paris and France.
Why is your left hand out?
Because on my left was my personal tour guide to Paris, Miss Gates McFadden.